Hi everyone, today we are talking about my favorite books about animals. Not any animal in particular, but just animals, cats, horses, reptiles, amphibians, whatever. So I'm going to show the books I got, but also talk about why I like them so much. So let's get into it. First of all, Reptiles and Amphibians. I just got this book in a vlog recently. However, even though I just got it, it's instantly a favorite because it's so good, okay? Like, each page is a different amphibian or reptile, and it explains where it lives, and it's just so straight to the point, it's easy to use as well. And I've really wanted this book because it's terrible when you go into the forest and you see a frog or a snake or a lizard or whatever, and you have no clue what it is. Like, yeah, it's a frog if you see a frog, but what kind? I love to know what animals are and what the species is, the subspecies. I love that stuff so much, especially with snakes because a lot of snakes are venomous. So it's really important to know what snakes are and aren't to protect yourself. But I really love this book. It's just so great. Like, I'm going to take it with me every time I go on a hike, every time I go into the woods now. It's exactly what I've been needing. But moving on, Ferrets for Dummies. I love ferrets. I don't love ferrets as much as I love polar bears or horses or flamingos, but I do really love ferrets. I don't know what it is about them. It's just, I saw a ferret when I was a kid, and ever since then I've just loved ferrets. They're so playful. They're so fun to look at. They're so funny. They're so packed at personality. They're so cool. I just love ferrets. So I got this book on Christmas, and I really, really love it because I love ferrets. Moving on, flamingos. I love flamingos so much. Like, they are one of my favorite birds. They're just these pink, tall, skinny birds that are just so cool looking, and I love them so, so much. They're so, like, I love them. I have plush flamingos. I got other flamingo stuff as well. I just love flamingos. I love them a lot. Like, they're one of my favorite wild birds ever. They're just so cool. I've always liked flamingos, but I never really was obsessed with them until I saw them in person. When you see a flamingo in person, it's like seeing a unicorn. Like, ever since then, I'm just like intrigued. Like, I love flamingos. Anything flamingo, love it. And I love this book because it's so detailed. It's a really, really good book about flamingos. It's in depth, and I love when animal books are in depth. But anyway, Field Guide to the Birds of North America. I've wanted this book for a long time, but I wasn't able to get it until recently, and I love it a lot, okay? I got it used, actually, and I flipped to the back of the pages, like, throughout the book, and I was like, there's stuff stuck onto the pages. I was like, what is that? And it was bird seed, because whoever owned it last, they were feeding birds while using it. And I'm like, oh, that's so cute. So, this book is so detailed. It is perfect for bird watching, of course, and it's just so amazing. I love it. Obviously, I wish it was birds everywhere in the world, but this'll do because I could just use this, whenever I'm taking a hike or if I go bird watching or whatever. It's also just cool to own this book because you could learn about bird species. Like, a lot of the birds in this I never even heard of. So I think I'll just focus on North American birds before I move on to other, I guess, continents of birds. But moving on, Complete Horse Riding Manual. I got this book when I was like 16, and I have been obsessed with it for a long time. I will never get rid of this book. I just love it so much. I no longer ride horses, which is so, so sad. I lost, like, my whole horse life, but I lost my entire horse life. It's so tragic. It's so sad. But I'm going to keep this book because although I can't go riding anymore, it's still really fun to read about it and look through the book. It just brings back lots of memories. I also have this book, Complete Horse Care Manual. I got this book when I think I was like 13. And it's just so, like, perfect. If you want to learn anything about horses, you need this book. It's detailed. It's illustrated. Just like the last one that I showed about horses. It's just perfect. I think DK makes the best horse books ever. Like, if it's about horses or horse care or horse riding, like, they know what they're saying. It's amazing. Obviously, I don't agree with everything in the books. However, it's like the best you're probably going to buy from what I could tell. Because, like, a lot of manuals just aren't that great, but these horse care manuals, these horse riding manuals, and other horse care books or just horse books that DK makes, they always turn out amazing. The complete illustrated encyclopedia of cats and kittens. I actually already filmed this part as well as some other parts too, but I had to redo it because my microphone didn't record. So here we are back at this again. This book actually is pretty good. I mean, like, it's my only cat book I have, but out of all the cat books I've ever rented or got from friends, I think this is probably the best one because it's full of not only cat care, but also cat breeds and even wild cats as well, like tigers, lions, whatever. There's a lot of different information in this book about cats and their care, stuff about cats, and just everything. Like, it's a really amazing guide. It has pretty much everything you need about cats, I guess. So I think if you're going to buy a cat encyclopedia to learn about cat care or owning cats, then get this one because it has the care but also the breeds in it, as well as a bunch of other information you should probably know. So out of this list, I would have to say that my favorite books are the horse books, as well as the flamingo book and reptiles and amphibians. I'm so sad that 20 minutes of footage is gone because it got cut out. The microphone got tired of me talking, I guess. But yeah, that is pretty much all for today. Bye!